Hello. In this video I will demonstrate step by step how you can create and deploy your first site in SiteWyz. I logged into my SiteWyz account and you can see that I already have data. I have networks, sites, some sites are online and indexed. If you just create an account, you don't have any of those numbers, but if you follow this video, we will be able together create your first network and deploy your first site. You can access menu on the left side. You either hover over the menu and see the submenus, or click on the toggle button and expand menu for easy access. We start with creating a new network. All sites in SiteWyz are organized in networks. So you organize them either by niche, by client, or any other way you're gonna use them all together as a group for SEO purposes. This is what otherwise known as a private block network. To create a new network, I'll click All Networks and click New. For my new client, I need a network to promote tutoring site, so I will call Network Tutoring. You can put a description if you need to save any information about this network, or otherwise leave it blank and click Create. You see the message Network successfully created, and this is a dashboard of this specific network. You see the name, Network Tutoring. You see the dashboard, number of sites, metrics, summary of metrics, hostings, a list of sites, and so on. So we don't have any of this. So our first step is to create a network. Once you logged in your account, you can find your network on the left side under Networks. And if you have too many networks, you can click on All Networks and see them all. For the next step, I need to register a domain for my new PBN. If you already have a domain, you can skip this step. Unless you have very special requirements, PBN always created using expired domains. The value of existing expired domain is pre-existing authority, and the authority is coming from existing backlinking profile. So preferably I need to find a domains that used to be a site in the somewhat related niche that already have backlinks from the good sites promoting this site as a tutoring site. That would be an ideal case. There are multiple places, vendors and services where you can find expired domains. I will be using for demonstration Runquiz expired domains. So once on the PBN domains page, I will click on Filter to set up criteria to narrow down search from almost 5 million domains we have. One advantage Runquiz PBN domains has over all other services that allows to search within existing backlinking profile. Existing backlinking profile, this is the only single reason why you're looking for expired domains. And when you can search within the domain, within the profile, that allows you to quickly narrow down domains exactly what you need. So I will set up trust flow 10 and over, and I will use a keyword in anchor tutor. Well, it's 200 domains, so I can go through them, or might be try to narrow down even further. So how about if we'll just do ADU? It definitely will benefit tutoring site if there is a link from educational sites. It's better. So we have 9. Let's sort them by trust flow. Business, healthcare, recreational travel. Another feature, you can see the major topics by Majestic that roughly define the theme or theme of the site. Reference education. Echo Chief. TrustFlow 14. Brush system. Tutorial videos. Software advice. Link from edu site. So good enough for my PBN. Can click on register to see if it's actually available. Yes, it is available, and I'm gonna register it. I registered the domain. Let's see if you can see that domain is no longer available. And let's go to our checklist. Step number 2, find and register a domain for your PBN. And now we are ready to create a site. I go into network, tutoring, and click on the top sites. On the right side, on the top, you will see add a new site. This is the form to create a new site. You need to enter the label, so it's actually name is how you want to see the site in the system. Title, tagline, and select a theme. Once you create a site, there will be more settings you can customize, but this is how you begin starting the site. You can enter anything in the label, but if you already have a domain, it is a good idea to put a domain name so that later on you can see that and easily identify the site. So I entered domain name as a label, a name, give the site a title, tagline, and so we need to select a theme. So we'll use this theme. And at the bottom, you will see that you have an option to create pages that any site, official site, it's just very recommended to have. Contact us, terms of policy, and privacy policy. So you will be able to create them later, but if you click them, check them during the creation time, system will create and pre-populate the data for those pages. Now I click save. We can see the site is created, and this is dashboard of the site. In the summary you can see metrics, social signals. You can see the data is aggregated from Ahrefs, most, Majestic. Of course none of this is available because site is not deployed. And in the top you can see the status, it's not deployed. We don't have site deployed yet, but we already can preview it. Click on the preview button, and this is the site. So our next step is actually creating the site. You saw it, it's very simple. You enter title, tagline, selecting a theme, and click create. For the next step, I'm going to post the content on the site. The big mistake many content PBN owners do is to creating the site, deploying them online, and letting them sit waiting until they have a content to publish. It's very important to let Google discover the site, especially after it's been down since it was expired domain for a while, already populated with the content, not to be an empty shell waiting for the content to be published. Even bigger mistake is to follow the advice of those who claim that high authority domain is a magic bullet, and it's enough to take some, in my case, educational article, do general spinning and publishing 2-3 and posting the links on a homepage. That approach doesn't work. You need to treat your PBN sites as actual sites in order to get a benefit of your PBN. To post content, I will navigate on Post tab, and you can see that I can create a new post. Title, content, categories, tags, featured image. If you don't have content, so we provide convenient way of pre-populating your content with the content created with the SiteWyz content generator. It is unique, it is readable, it's of good quality, and you can add those posts in a second. So you select the content topic, and you can see we have lots. Here it is, education. We have college, homeschooling, and I will choose default 5 posts. Click save. It might be almost immediate, it might take a little bit of time, but soon we will see the post populated on the side. Here they are, 5 posts, and you can preview them, edit. Site's starting to look better. The next step in our checklist is to post the content. You can either post your content you already have, you're planning to post on the PBN, or you can use SiteWyz content generator to populate the content, initial content on your site. So now we have a site ready to be deployed. For that, I will navigate to Hosting tab, and you can see that first I need to enter domain information, and then I will be ready to deploy the site. Enter domain, Chief. So now I have 2 options. One is to select whether I'm going to be using www or non-www version of the site. If you use both, that will be duplicate content. So which version to choose? It might be your preference, unless you can check the pre-existing metrics. SiteWyz PBN domain suggests which version to use. SiteWyz PBN domains, when we take metrics, we check both domain without www and with www, and update it which version has a higher domain metrics. Of course, it based on how the domain was used before. So I will use with www, and next I need to decide where I deployed it. SiteWyz support has over 100 own servers, about 50 shared hosting accounts, and you can deploy it in Cloudflare. So I will keep a default and deploy it in SiteWyz server. So now I update the information, you can save it. You can see that on the right side there is a deploy button. And this is exactly the button I need to click to push all of the information to the server. There it is. You can see the message that we're almost done. This is our new server information. You see IP, you have name, services, and system shows that status of the site is pending, and because it checks that domain is actually pointed to the registrar is actually pointing to the server. So this is current domain records. You can see because I haven't updated Namecheap, and this is what system expects it to. Our next step is enter domain information in the hosting tab and deploy a site. For the next step, I need to update my registrar to point a domain to the server where we just deployed it. So you can point directly IP to the server, or better approach is to update name servers. This is my Namecheap account, and you can see that I in echochief.com. You need to update DNS. In Namecheap, you need to click Advanced DNS, and you can see the records in here. If you're gonna use point directly IP to the server, so you need to go to Advanced DNS and create a record. Enter IP on the side. And we don't need this. If you will enter custom name services, which is a better way. So you need to stay on the domain tab. And then in the name servers, select custom. And this is where you enter your name services from SiteWyz. You can enter more than 2, but minimum 2 is recommended to have to make sure the site is available. And I click Save. So update it, and usually it takes from few minutes to might be an hour before Registrar will update the information. And as soon as available, I will continue with the video. In the meantime, we're going back to our checklist, and the step number 6 is to update the registrar information with the new name servers, pointing to the information given by SiteWyz. And just a few minutes later, I can see that domain is updated, pointing to the SiteWyz server. When you update name servers for the existing domain, it might take much longer to propagate through the all servers, but when you register the domain, it usually happens faster. You can see that it's already deployed site, Toronto Math Tutoring Guide. Nice, good looking, clean site. And going back to SiteWyz, you can see the status is still pending. I haven't refreshed the page yet, but you don't need to update it. System checks every hour the status and will synchronize the status, and this message will disappear. Or you can click sync manually. And you can see that status changed to online. So as I said, system will check it every hour, and as soon as it detects that site moved, it will again pop the message and will change the status of the site. So we done, site is created. You can view the site, and while it took longer while I was just explaining the process, you'll see that if you go to this checklist and follow them one by one. It definitely can be just a few minutes, assuming you have existing domain, for you to create a site, and you can set up your PBN in just literally a few minutes. So the very last step is to verify the site is online, and now we completed the process and ready to repeat it to set up the complete PBN for my client.